Hello and welcome. Make sure you have all of your bits and pieces ready. If you have a couple of yoga blocks, grab them and have them nearby. And then get yourself situated on your mat in a comfortable upright seat. If it's comfortable, you can close down your eyes. Otherwise, just finding something to look at out in front of the body, finding a halfway gaze. And relaxing through your shoulders, lifting up through the crown of your head. And beginning to soften all the muscles on your face. Together, a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, gentle sigh. Another slow breath in. This time through your nose, a steady exhale. Returning to a natural rhythm of breath in and out of your nose. You can just rest your hands on your thighs, palms facing up or down. Tongue begins to rest up on the roof of your mouth. When you place it up, swallow to help suction your tongue into position and allow the low jaw to settle and perhaps shift a little further forward. With a soft gaze or closed eyes, directing your gaze toward the tip of your nose. If you're feeling tension here or cross-eyed, soften that by imagining your nose was a lot longer than it really is in space. Begin now to draw the front of your throat towards the back, creating a gentle constriction in the throat, Ujjayi breath. Smooth, textured and audible breaths, but still quiet and soft. Finding that perfect balance between effort and ease. Staying with this for the next few moments as we arrive and settle in body and in mind. And of course, the invitation is always to stay with this breath practice for as much of your movement as you can, knowing that it will fall away and you can simply bring it back. Gently blinking open your eyes. And as you inhale, slowly float your hands up towards the ceiling. You can allow your heart to lift and your gaze to follow. Hold for a breath in. Hands to heart center, exhale. Interlace your hands and your fingers in front of the chest. Find a breath in as your thumbs hug to the sternum. And exhale to invert the palms, press them forward, lengthen the arms, and then round the back and sort of sink into the shoulder blades, pulling your chin into the chest if that's appropriate for your neck. With your awareness through the upper back, take a slow breath in. And stay for a long exhale. Inhale to float the palms towards the sky. Open up the belly. Stick your chin forward and then lift your chin up towards the sky. Hold. Energies moving up. Breath in. And hands to heart center. Exhale. Float your hands wide and high to the sky as you breathe in. And then twist your chest to the right as you exhale. Float the left hand forward and the right hand back. Option to tuck the chin, look towards your right thumb. Keep pulling the shoulders down and then gently hugging the belly back in towards the spine. On your next breath in, sweep your hands back to the sky and your heart forward. And exhale, twist to your left. Right arm forward, left arm back. Drawing shoulders down, spreading the fingers. Option to look back toward your left thumb. Little hug of the chin in, long through the back of the neck. On your next inhale, come back to center. Hands up, heart forward, and exhale, find your way to all fours. Land the palms out in front of you, roll over your shins or your knees. And just take a few moments, a few breaths to move intuitively. So that might look like big circles, cat-cows. It doesn't have to follow a linear pattern. Just listening to the sensations in the body and being felt led rather than led from what your mind is telling you to do with the body. Staying with breath. Last few breaths, so if you need to move on to the other side or change up your movement pattern, you can do so now. And we'll meet back in a neutral spine, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Turn your fingers to the long edges of your mat and your thumbs forward and take a rock from left to right, moving from your shoulder heads to sending a little bit of warmth into the wrists. You can stay with this. This might be enough. If you'd like more sensation, fingers to knees, thumbs face out, and you'll rock forward and back. Okay, and you can move your hands a little bit closer to your knees if that feels more comfortable. And your heels of palms might want to lift up every time you rock your hips back if you're taking this option. About 2 more breaths. And slowly release. Turn your fingers forward and then just pick up one hand and squeeze the fist, draw a couple of circles. And working against a resistance, go the other way. If you like to, shake it out and then we'll take it to the other side. Squeeze your fist, draw some circles one way and then the other. And then give it a little shake out, bringing your palms back to the mat. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Inhale to lower the belly, arch the spine, lift the crown of your head. And exhale to curl and round as you press away from the mat. Inhale, sink the belly, arching the spine, heart forward, head forward and up. And exhale to curl in and round. Come back through a neutral spine. Inhale to float your right hand to the ceiling, open the chest, look up. And then thread your needle by sliding the right arm in underneath your left. Land the back of the hand, arm and shoulder. You can gently rest your temple to the mat as well. Option to stay here or walk your left hand forward or take a half bind. Left arm to the sky, palm turns to face away. And then wrap the fingers toward your right waist. You can soften your face, soften your gaze, and find 2 steady breaths. If you're in a bind, slowly release that left arm. We'll all meet with the left hand back beside the face. Inhale to press your right hand all the way to the ceiling. And exhale to land the right palm to the mat. Inhale your left hand high now, open the chest, left look up. And thread your needle, slide left arm in underneath your right. Land the outer arm, shoulder and the side of your head. And then option with your right arm as you wish. Another full round of breath. If you're in a bind, place the right palm back to the mat beside your face. And inhale the left hand all the way back to the ceiling, opening the chest. The left hand comes back to the mat, exhale. Tuck the toes, inhale, downward facing dog, exhale, press the hips up and back and go for a little bit of intuitive movement here. Wiggle the hips, lift and lower your heels. You can also roll over the tops of your feet, stretching out the tops of the toes. You can sink the hips down nice and low. There's no rules. Okay, you can move away from down dog altogether. Just another opportunity to notice how your physical body is feeling. And a reminder, of course, to take it in an appropriate depth, appropriate pace for your body today. You can always add in, take things away, and of course take rest whenever it calls to you. Rise to your tippy toes. Inhale to wave the body forward into plank pose. Shoulders are over your wrists, legs are strong. Crown of head drives forward, so that the back of the neck remains long. Option to lower your knees down if that's where you'd like to work this morning. Tail still draws under. And either way, we're finding breath across the upper back. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. 2 more breaths, lovingly inviting warmth through the belly. On your next breath in, shift the shoulder heads forward. And then exhale to bend the elbows, lower slowly to your belly, hugging elbows right in towards the waist, landing lightly to the mat. Baby cobra, squeeze the upper back, inhale to lift back of head, back of heart, keeping pubic bone connected, big toe mounds connected. On the next exhale, release back to the earth. Twice more. Inhale to baby cobra, bhujangasana, squeeze and lift. An option there to hover your hands. And exhale, release. Last one, squeeze, lift, inhale, baby cobra. And exhale to release. Fingertips wide now, right off the mat, elbows up towards the ceiling, setting up for striking cobra. Inhale to unravel your spine. Lead with the upper back and let the back of the head lift last. As you exhale, return to the belly, but pull your heart forward, stretching your body long on the way back down. Inhale to roll and rise up. And exhale to wave forward and down. Little change. Inhale as you rise up. We'll twist to the left. As you exhale, wrap the right shoulder down to the midline of the mat and look toward the left elbow. Inhale, rise up through center. And exhale, little twist to the right. Let the left shoulder wrap in and down, looking over right elbow. Inhale to rise. And exhale to wave forward and down back to your belly. Hands slide in beside the low ribs, press it back to child's pose. Knees wide, big toes together, and sinking your bottom to your heels. Resting the forehead down, walking your fingertips forward. Long breath in. A smooth exhale. Rise through all fours on a breath in, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog, exhale, sitting bones up and back towards the sky. Hold and wrap the triceps towards your thighs as you broaden the upper back. Knees are as soft as you need to focus on that lift of the tailbone. Gently pulling hips and ribs closer together, just enough to feel a lengthening from hips to fingertips and a container there for your belly. We'll soften the knees again a little bit more as you look to the top of your mat and start to walk or step your feet up to meet your hands. Hands slide to the shins. Inhale, pull your heart forward, halfway lift. Keep the knees buoyant. And then fold forward over the thighs. Ragdoll, grab opposite elbows. You can widen your feet. Have a little sway side to side. Get generous bend in the knees. Little nods, yes and no, maybe with your head and your neck. Be here for about 2 to 3 more breaths. And slowly releasing your elbows. You can bring your feet back to hip width distance apart, bend the knees and start to rise to stand. Again, letting the body unravel piece by piece. Your head will be last. Hands will float to the sky, palms meet, upward hands, gaze can follow, and hands to the heart center as you exhale. Welcome to soften your eye gaze here. Rest the hands beside the body, palms forward, Tadasana, mountain pose. And from the ground up towards the crown of the head, grow a little bit taller. And with the breath, grow a little bit steadier. 1 round of Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, hands reach to the sky, gaze can follow, Urdhva Hastasana, upward hands. Exhale, bend the knees on the way down through Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, hands on shins. And exhale, step back to plank pose, Kumbhakasana, 1 foot and then the other. Option to lower the knees, shoulder head shift forward, breath in. Chaturanga, halfway down or your belly, exhale. Come down slowly, elbows hug the sides of the waist. Baby cobra from the belly or upward facing dog if you feel ready. Whole body lifted, just hands and feet on the mat. Either way, heart forward, head high, lots of space across the collarbones. Breath in. We'll meet again, downward facing dog. Exhale, steady the breath. In and out through the nose. Knees bend, gazing forward. Walk, step or a very light hop to the top of your mat. Hands find the shins. Inhale, extend halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Bend the knees, rise to stand, unraveling. Hands up, palms together. And exhale, hands to heart center, and then down by your sides, Tadasana. Soften the eye gaze. And smooth out the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Moving on from here, inhale, your hands reach towards the sky. And exhale, sit down in low foot chair pose, Utkatasana. Gentle hug of your belly in and up, and you're welcome to shift your hands forward in front of the shoulders to release excess tension around your head and your neck. Heavy through the heels. picking one point of focus for your eye gaze. Welcome in a little bit of heat through the legs. A final breath in and fold it forward, exhale. Inhale, lift halfway, hands on the shins. And exhale, fold and then step your left foot to the back of the mat. Lower your left knee down. Inhale, hands float to the sky, under Vinyasa, low lunge. You can settle into your pelvis, but remaining aware of what's happening through the belly and the front of the body. Gently, hips, ribs move closer together, finding a container and a little squeeze of your left bum. Reach tall with the chest and the fingers, breath in, and twist to the right, exhale, left hand forward, right arm back. Option here again, look back towards your right thumb, shoulders down, fingers spread, arms along. Breath in, empty the belly, pull the navel in and rotate as you exhale. Final breath in, you can look forward, and exhale, hands cartwheel to frame the right foot. Inhale to open up the chest, welcome to lower the pelvis, and then rock your hips back, straighten the right leg, half splits. Let's floss it out a few times. Inhale to roll forward, and exhale to rock back. Inhale to rock forward. Of course, if you prefer, you can grab a couple of blocks for your hands. Exhale to rock back, this time holding in half Hanuman or half splits or half monkey. If you've got the space, you can flex the right toes. Perhaps you keep your knees soft. Little push of your hips back and wrapping the right hip back and down slightly. Stay long and open through the chest. Back of head to tailbone. One long, steady line. Full breath in. You can bow with the belly, exhale. Your left hand on the mat underneath your shoulder. And inhale, the right hand reaches up to the sky for a twisted Hanuman. You can stay here or find a half bind, wrapping your right hand behind the body toward the left waist, dropping the right hip back and down, and still leaning forward with your chest. Inhale. Hold, revolve as you exhale. Right hand reaches high, breath in, and sweeps forward and down to the mat, exhale. Rebend the right knee, inhale to runner's lunge, so picking up your left knee. And exhale to find simple twist, right hand reaches to the ceiling. Strong left leg, little lift up of your left hip bone, and revolving the chest all the way right and then up to the sky. Okay, stay here and breathe in. Option on your exhale to find Cleopatra. Roll to the outer blades of both feet, sink the left hip, reach the right hand long back behind you, palm to the sky. As you sink your left hip, lift your chest up and create an offering through that right arm and hand. Next breath in, we'll all meet. With the right hand back on the mat, we frame our right foot. And exhale to step back quietly, plank pose. Shoulder heads forward, breath in. With or without your knees, halfway or the belly, chaturanga, exhale. Back bend of choice, baby cobra, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, long exhale. Steady the breath, in and out through your nose. On your next inhale, float the right heel to the sky, three-legged down dog. Go slow, keep the foot flexed, and then peel open to scorpion tail. Right hip opens, knee bends, heel squeezes in as if it wants to kiss your sitting bone. Knee to the sky. Can be soft on that left knee and even up onto the left tippy toes if that feels better in the body. A final breath in. And across the right knee over to tap the left elbow. Exhale, shoulders over the wrists. Okay, like a plank pose. And then back to the sky, but a straight leg, three-legged down dog. Inhale. Knee to nose now, curl in round, big squeeze, and step in between the hands. Looking to your fingertips, take a breath in. Capital L, exhale, float the left heel up around hip height. You can be on your fingertips, or you could grab a couple of yoga blocks for your hands, okay, medium or highest height. Let the left hip roll down, you're leveling off the pelvis and driving your left heel back through a brick wall. We've got a breath in, hold. Left foot steps beside the right, exhale and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your left hand underneath your face, and you can use a block for this as well. Bend the left knee. Inhale, float the right hand to the sky. Okay, so a folded twist. You can push your right hip back a little bit. as we find space and length down the outer right line of the leg, from your outer hip all the way towards your foot. Again, stay here or a half bind if you're looking for that extra rotation. Maybe right fingers even hooked to the inside of your left thigh. Breath in. Hold. Exhale, bum back, head forward. Right hand reaches towards the ceiling, breath in, and sweeps forward and down, exhale. Bend the knees quite a lot and start to roll your way to stand piece by piece. Hands up, palms together, inhale. Hands to heart center, exhale. Soften the gaze. Relax the arms beside the body, Tadasana. 2 steady breaths. Eyes blink open. Inhale, hands reach towards the ceiling. Exhale, chair pose. Bend the knees, sit down nice and low. Again, you can shuffle your hands forward if that feels more supportive. Heavy through your sit bones. Looking at one thing on the floor out in front of you. On your next inhale, lift your heels by shifting the weight to the balls of the feet and the toes. From here, sit a little lower. You're welcome to stay, of course, or drinking bird, hands sweep back, palms face down. And you're squeezing your pinky fingers in towards each other as if they want to touch. Okay, while elongating from shoulder to fingertip. Hold, embracing any little quivers or wobbles through your legs. One more breath in. Heels come down, fold forward, exhale. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, and step your right foot to the back of your mat. Lower your right knee. Inhale, hands up to the sky, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Starting to settle in, making any adjustments containing the belly, and waking up through your right bum, dropping through the shoulders. Breath in the fingers, the sternum lift. And exhale, twist to the left, right hand forward, left hand back. Okay, a little extra pull in those back fingertips. Nice and broad through the wings and the fingers. Option to gaze towards the left thumb, little tuck of the chin. Inhale as you grow taller. Exhale, pull the navel in to rotate. Final inhale. You can look forward. Exhale, hands cartwheel down to frame your left foot. Take a breath in, lift through the chest. And exhale to half split, straighten the left leg, hips back. A couple of times to rock and floss. Inhale, rolling forward, knowing we can grab a couple of blocks. And exhale to rock back, straighten the left leg. Inhale, roll forward. And exhale, rock back, this time pausing to hold. So toes can flex, knee can soften. 2 hips move back, particularly that left hip, whilst the heart and the head move forwards. Smooth breath in. Lay the belly, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Right hand now underneath your right shoulder. Inhale, the left hand reaches for the ceiling to twist. Keep dropping your left hip back. Hips still move back, heart still moves forward. Rotating with the chest, option there to half bind with the top arm. Hey, using the half bind to open the collarbones, open the chest a little bit more. If you're looking up, chin is drawing in, or perhaps you're looking down if that supports your neck. Inhale, left hand reaches back up to the ceiling, and exhale, left hand comes back to the mat. Inhale to roll forward, runner's lunge, lift up your right knee, and exhale, simple twist, left hand floats to the sky. Little pick up through your right hip. You're finding more revolved sensation through the chest. Option to stay, or as you exhale, roll to the outer blades of both of your feet. Sink the right hip, reach the left hand back, palm to sky. Right hip is low to active feet and ankles, and stretching the chest long and high. Next breath in, we'll all meet. Left palm back to the top of the mat, framing your right foot. And then a quiet step back to plank pose, left foot meets your right. You might choose to take a few breaths in the child's pose. Move straight to downward facing dog, or lower through chaturanga. We'll meet in downward facing dog after the next 3 breaths. If you're not there already, find your way to downward facing dog, grounding through the palms, sending your sitting bones up and back towards the ceiling. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged down dog, nice and slow. Begin to peel open the hip for scorpion tail. Bend the knee and hug your heel in toward your sitting bone. Want to keep the weight steady and equal between the palms as you float your knee up towards the sky. Take an inhale. Left knee crosses over to tap your right elbow. Exhale, shoulders are over the wrist like a plank. And then back up to the sky. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Tiger curl, knee to nose, pull it in, round and roll forward. And a gentle step between your hands. Looking towards your fingertips, lean forward, inhale. And capital L, exhale, right foot comes up to hip height. So you can be on your fingertips here or grabbing a couple of yoga blocks for under your hands. That right leg is energized as you drive your heels through a brick wall and keep pulling your head forwards. Good. Hold, breathing. Next, exhale, right foot steps next to the left. And fold over the thighs. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale to refold. With or without a block, right hand underneath your face. Bend the right knee, keep the left leg long. Inhale, left hand reaches up towards the ceiling. So a little push back through your left hip. Right knee can bend quite a lot. We can hold or find a half bind with the left arm. Maybe fingertips into the inside of the right thigh. If you're looking up, little tuck in at the chin. Next inhale, left hand reaches tall. And exhale to sweep forward and down as you fold. Bend the knees quite a lot. Begin to roll and rise to stand. Hands reach up, palms meet. Inhale, upward hands. Hands to heart center. Exhale, and then draw the arms long, Tadasana, mountain pose. You can soften your gaze, finding 2 to 3 breaths. Draw your palms to meet together in front of your heart center and pick a spot forward and on the floor of the body and lock in your eye gaze. Transfer your body weight into your right foot and inhale, your left knee floats into the chest for a modified stork pose. Good. Hold as you breathe in. Kick the heel forward as you exhale and flex the toes. Don't worry about how high the foot is. Work belly to thigh a little bit closer. Working that right leg, standing really tall. You've got just one more breath in. Warrior 3, exhale. Take your time. Left heel pendulum swings towards the back of the room. Crown of the head will draw forwards. Balancing on your right foot. You can bring hands down to blocks or the floor for support, or reach them long in front of you if you want to work a little more fire into your belly. Palms are facing in this option. One more inhale. Land lightly in a high lunge. Exhale, left foot back of the mat. Hands reach up towards the sky. Drop your tail a little bit. Bend into the left knee. Take a breath in. And then bend deeply to the left knee. Hug the elbows in fists of fire. Hold this one. Squeeze the fists. Elbows in beside the sides of the waist. Option to tuck your chin. On your breath in, straighten the legs. Hands reach up towards the sky. If you want to challenge your balance, you can look up. And exhale to fists of fire, knees bend to 90-degree angles more or less, elbows inch into chest. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fists of fire, pull down, draw in. Last one, inhale to rise up. And exhale to pull down and draw in, hold. Keep your legs, just float the arms to the sky, breath in. Keep your legs, twist to the right, exhale. Embrace the quivers. Option to look to the right thumb, hold, breath in. Warrior 2, exhale, right arm forward, left arm up and back as you pivot on your back heel. Okay, arrange your body if you need to make an adjustment. Right knee over ankle toward the little toe side of the foot. Gazing over front middle finger, right palm to the sky. Inhale to reverse your warrior, right arm up and overhead. And exhale back to your warrior 2. Take a long lean forward as you breathe in. Extended side angle pose, exhale. Forearm to right thigh, left arm up and over the head, palm faces down. Focusing on lengthening from your left heel all the way to your fingertips. As your left hip comes forward to support your lower back, wrap your right ribs under, rotating your heart towards the left side of the room. Steady breaths. Good. If you have space, the right hand can come to the inside of your right foot, maybe to a block. And if you are looking to really challenge through the core, You can take your right hand forward as well and hold something very heavy in between your hands. We're here for another 2 to 3 breaths. Looking down towards your right big toe if you're not there already. Take a breath in and hold for your exhale. Inhale to reverse Trikonasana, so straighten that right leg, sweep the right arm up and overhead. Option to flex the right toes. Exhale to cartwheel your hands down and frame your right foot at the top of the mat, pivoting onto the ball of your left foot. Lower the left knee, inhale your hands float to the sky, Anjaneyasana low lunge. Hold, breath in. Twist to the right, exhale left hand forward, right hand back, spread the chest. Take a little lean back as if you're pulling through your right fingertips and exalt by bringing right hand to low back and left hand up towards the ceiling. So you can shift your hips forward if appropriate. Focus on the lift more than anything else. Little tug of the chin. And shift your awareness and your eye gaze towards your right knee. Find a breath in. Revolved lunge, exhale. Left elbow crosses to hook to the outside of your right thigh. 2 hands then meeting in a prayer. Okay, work the twist by wrapping the right shoulder back, lightly pushing your right knee and your left arm together. You can remain looking down at the right big toe or look up towards the ceiling. If you want to add a little more heat, left toes can tuck, left knee lifts, but really strong, energize through that left leg if you're in this option. Lift your heart up, up, up to meet your thumbs. Okay, 1 more breath. If your left knee is lifted, place it down very gently. Squeeze the legs, ground into the right foot. Inhale, hands float up towards the sky. And exhale, hands come down to frame your right foot. Lift up your left knee and shorten the stance. Take a breath in to prepare. Pyramid pose. Exhale, so straighten the right leg. And send your hips back as you fold your belly over your right thigh. Blocks underneath hands can be very supportive, particularly if your hamstrings feel sticky. If you've got a lot of space, you can flex your right toes up to meet the shin. Right hip rolls back, heart and head forward. Breath in. Fold belly to thigh, exhale. Rebend the right knee as you look forward, take a breath in. Capital L, exhale, bring the left heel up to hip height. Okay, really kick out through the heel again, energize the leg. Option to stay here and hold, or begin to float your right hand forward, coming into an asymmetrical balance. Perhaps your left fingertips even hover off the support of the earth. Kick back as you reach forward, 1 more breath in. Hands to the mat, feet together, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, refold. Bend the knees, sit down, chair pose. Sweep your hands forward or up towards the ceiling. Hands to heart center, weight to the left foot. Inhale, right knee up into the chest, modified stork pose. Right ankle then crosses over your left thigh. Bend the left knee, sit down, open eagle. Enjoy some space through the right outer hip, the hamstring. You can push your bum back as you lift your chest up. Keep flexed, active through your right foot and ankle. Okay, hold 2 breaths. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Either your right hand can scoop and collect your right knee and thigh, or pistol grip your right big toe with your peace fingers. As you rise, come back into a stork pose with your right leg. An option there to extend the heel forward a little bit or a lot. Okay, Uttita Hasta Padangastasana A, extended hand to big toe pose. You can take your left hand up towards the sky, okay, to help you find that reaching, lifting feeling from the ground up. 1 more breath. And with control, knee comes in, hands to heart, inhale. Feet together, exhale. Tadasana, arms beside you, palms facing forward. 3 breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. Hands to heart center. Lock in your eye gaze again, something unmoving, far out in front of the body towards the floor. Weight to your right foot. Inhale, float. Weight to your left foot. Inhale, float your right knee up into your chest, modified stork pose. And then exhale to kick the heel forward, flex the toes. I know it might feel a little uncomfortable as we've just worked here. Belly, thigh closer together, stand tall, left leg working hard. Breath in. Warrior 3, exhale, slow pendulum swing, right heel to the back of the room, crown of the head forwards. You can bring your hands down for support onto blocks, or you could reach forward to add a little bit more spice through the core. Keep rolling the right hip down to close. Breath in. Crescent lunge, exhale, right foot back of the mat, hands up towards the ceiling. Okay, steady your gaze. And start to soften your right knee so you can curl your tail, bring the belly in. Breath in. Bend the right knee even more, elbows come in for fists of fire. Holding this first one just to gather the shape. Okay, 2 almost 90-degree angles more or less. Elbows in, fists strong, option with the chin in the chest. With breath now, inhale to rise. And exhale, fists of fire, draw down and in. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fists of fire, lower down. Last one. Inhale, rise. And exhale, pull down and in. This time, hold your legs. Inhale, just the arms up towards the sky. And then exhale, twist to the left. Stay, stay, stay. Hover. Work into the warmth. Option to look back. Breath in. Warrior 2, exhale. Pivot on the back heel. Right arm back, left arm forwards. And then make an adjustment if you need to through your stance. Drop the shoulders. Inhale, reverse warrior 2. Left palm to sky, then sweep up and overhead. Exhale, warrior 2. Long lean forward with a breath in. Extended side angle pose, exhale. So left forearm to left thigh. Right arm is long overhead. Palm is facing down. Right hip rolls forward as your chest and your heart swivel and rotate towards the sky. You can gently and calmly move into any variations that you like, emulating where you went on the other side. Couple of breaths. 1 point of focus for your eye gaze. Slow and steady through the breath. Reminder, if you took the option for a little more fire, bottom arm can extend forward, holding something heavy in between your hands. Keep drawing shoulders away from ears. Last breath. Well done. If you're not there already with your gaze, look down toward your left big toe. Inhale to reverse triangle. Straighten the left leg, option to flex the toes, left arm up and overhead. And exhale, windmill the hands all the way down to frame your left foot. Rise onto the ball of the right foot and then lower the knee. Inhale, hands to the sky, under Vinyasa, low lunge. Okay, settle in, breath in. Twist left, exhale, right hand forward, left hand back. A little extra pull into the back hand, start to lean back a little bit. Inhale to exalt, left hand low back, right hand to sky, focusing on that lift, lifting sternum, lifting chest. Okay, hold. Take a breath in, eye gaze now to the left thigh. Lean and cross the right elbow over to hook to the outside of your left leg, and then your hands can meet in a prayer. Go slowly. Right shoulder rolls back. Left knee, right arm press slightly together. And instead of pushing hands down to meet the heart, revolve the heart up, up, up to meet the thumbs. If you want to add heat, tuck the right toes, lift the knee. To help with balance, you can look at your left big toe. Squeeze the right leg if your knee is lifted. 2 breaths. If the right knee is up, place it down gently. Squeeze the legs, press into your left foot, and inhale, hands reach up towards the sky with control. And exhale, hands come down to frame your left foot. Pick up your right knee, shorten the stance a little bit. Breath in, pyramid pose, exhale. Elongate the left leg, hips back. and fold to the inner thigh. Okay, a shorter and a wider stance is always helpful in this shape, as are blocks. You could also try staying up on the ball of the back foot to give you a little bit more space. And long hamstrings, option there to lift the left toes. Breath in. Exhale. Rebend your left knee, looking to your fingertips. Inhale, capital L. Exhale, right heel comes up. We've either got fingertips on the mat or we've got blocks underneath our hands. Stay, or left hand draws forward, finding an asymmetrical balance. Okay, maybe the right fingertips start to lift. So you're kicking back through the right heel, reaching forward through the left fingers. Hold. Breath in. Fingertips to the mat. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, soften and bow forward. Chair pose, bend the knee, sit low. Hands float forward, all right. Okay, steady, hands to heart. Weight to the right foot. Inhale, left knee comes with you, rise. Modified stork pose. And then sit down to your open eagle. Left ankle over the right thigh. Active through the foot and the ankle. Pushing the bum back and gently lifting the chest like a little baby cobra. Steady your eye gaze to help with your balance. Okay, smooth breath. Right hand to the right hip. Either left hand comes in to scoop underneath your knee or your thigh, or your peace fingers can wrap around the big toe. Inhale to rise back up into a modified stork. And there's the option there to extend your heel forward a little bit or a lot, regardless of whether you have the peace grip or you're holding your knee. You could take your right hand up towards the sky, okay, to lift up a little bit taller. Hold, breath in, stay, exhale. Last breath in, final breath out. With control, knee comes in, hands to heart. Can you stay with it? And then step your feet together, Tadasana, arms beside the body. Find a breath. As we come through the sequence for the second time, might be a little bit faster, breath to movement and also a couple of things sprinkled and woven through. Of course, you can still choose to pull back, so listening to the body and just meeting yourself where you are. Okay, hands to heart center, locking in your eye gaze. Shift your weight to your right foot. Inhale, left knee to chest. Exhale, kick the heel forward, flex the toes. Breath in, grow tall. Exhale, warrior three, left heel towards back of room. Option there with hands, draw them forward. Breath in. Crescent lunge, land lightly. Exhale, hands to the sky. Inhale. Fists of fire. Exhale, drop left knee, hug elbows in big squeeze. Inhale, float up, long legs. Exhale, fists of fire, pull it in. Hold, stay legs. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, twist to the right. Hold for a breath in. Warrior two, exhale, pivot it around. Inhale to reverse, right arm up and overhead. Exhale, warrior two. Long lean forward with your breath in. Extended side angle pose, exhale. This round, option to move into half binds, left fingers into the right waist or right inner thigh. Perhaps even a full bind, dropping the right elbow and shoulder below the thigh and knee. And wrapping the right arm behind you, looking for your left wrist. And then rolling top shoulder back, hugging right thigh and sideways together. And looking down to elongate the neck or looking up. Okay, mindful of excess tension around your head and your neck. Good, being in the fire for a moment longer. Steady the breath. Inhale. Exhale. If you're in a full bind, start to think about letting that bottom arm go with control. Looking down to your right big toe. Inhale to reverse, warrior two. Right arm up and back. Can you stay low in your right thigh? Just another moment. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Frame your right foot, well done. Pop your left knee to the mat. Inhale, hands to the sky, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. And exhale, twist to the right. Little lean back, inhale to exalt. Left hand lifts. Maybe right hand slides down the left thigh if there's space. Very careful. Lift through the heart. Breath in. Revolved lunge. Exhale. Left elbow, outer right thigh. Palms to heart center. Right shoulder rolls back. Option, lift the left knee. Option, open the wings, left fingers down, right hand up towards the sky. You are welcome to move into half binds or even full binds if that's accessible in the body. Always popping your steadiness, okay, before the expression of each shape. Okay, be with breath, in control of the body. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, amazing hold, really strong. If you're in any kind of bind, bring your palms back toward heart center. Okay, left knee drops to the mat gently. Inhale, hands to the sky, release the twist. Exhale, hands come down, frame the right foot. Pick up the left knee, shorten the stance, breath in. Pyramid pose. Exhale, straighten the right leg and fold. Okay, breath in. And out. You can pick up a block with your left hand and pop it to the inside of your right foot. Okay, medium or highest setting is a good place to start. Right hand onto the right hip crease. Keep a micro bend in the right knee, wrap the right hip back. Try and find a halfway lift sensation through your spine, bum back, head and heart forward. Inhale. Exhale to pull the belly in, twist to the right. Now, option to take the right hand up towards the sky as well, revolved pyramid pose. A wider stance might feel more comfortable for you, or you can move that right hand, okay, further to the left or further to the right. Also welcome to stay up on the ball of the back foot, so making the modification so that the shape feels good and accessible to your body. Just the right amount of challenge. Okay, a lot going on here. Whole body top to toe. Breath in. And release. Right hand comes down. Exhale. Well done. Bend the right knee. Look to the top of the mat and step your feet together, forward fold. You can take a moment. Perhaps there's just a little sway here, side to side. And then bring your feet hip width distance apart if they're not already. Hands to shins. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale to refold. Bend the knee, sit down, chair pose. Hands forward or up. And hands into heart center. Inhale, rise, bring your right knee with you and pause. Left hand to the outer right thigh. Right hand up towards the ceiling. Okay, you can hold here and just work your balance for a few moments. Push right thigh and left hand together. If you want to keep moving with me, breath in. Right hand back, exhale, keep the gaze forwards. Okay, you can start to look down towards the ground, trace the long edge of the mat, maybe look back towards your right thumb. Okay, if you really want to challenge again even more, begin to slide left hand down to catch the outer blade of your right foot, and you can kick your right heel forwards. Okay, revolved, extended hand to big toe pose. It may be helpful to look forwards if you are coming into the full extended variation, okay, to help with your balance. Stand tall again in your left leg. Stay with it, big breath in. Hold, long breath out. With control, knee to chest, hands to sky, inhale. And then feet together, hands to heart, exhale. Tadasana, mountain pose. Relax arms beside the body, close the eyes. Deep breath in now. Out the mouth, release. Steady breath in. Out the mouth, release. 2 breaths in and out of your nose. Recenter your focus. Allow the slow breath to soothe the body as we prepare to move into our second side. Okay, inhale. Exhale. Hands to heart center. Inhale, right knee into your chest. So lock in your gaze. Move slow here. A breath in. Right heel forward. Exhale. 1, inhale. Warrior 3, exhale. Right heel back, crown of head forward. Option with your arms, draw them long. Breath in. Crescent lunge, land lightly. Exhale. Breath in. Fists of fire, drop down, elbows in. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fists of fire, drop down, hold, stay in your legs. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, twist to the left. Hold for a breath in. Warrior two, pivot around, exhale, adjust if you need. Inhale to reverse, left arm sweeps up and overhead. Exhale, warrior two. Long lean forward, breath in, extended side angle pose, exhale. And you can start to slowly move towards half binds or full binds. Okay, or anything else, emulating the first side. Without compromising the broadness of the chest, the openness of the collarbones, and of course, the steadiness of your breath. About 3 more breaths. 1 point of focus for your gaze. Okay, amazing hold. If you're in a full bind, think about releasing the bottom arm with control. Inhale, reverse warrior two. Slowly stay low in that left thigh. Just 1 more moment. And exhale, windmill the hands down. Well done. Frame your left foot at the top of the mat. Lower your right knee gently. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge, hands to the sky. Exhale, twist to the left. Open up the arms. Lean back a little bit. Inhale to exalt. Right hand reaches high. Left hand supports low back. And maybe slides down the right thigh if there's space. Smooth breath in. Revolved lunge. Exhale, right elbow hooks to the outer left thigh. And your palms meet in front of the heart. Left shoulder wraps back. Left knee presses lightly out into the right elbow and vice versa. Option to lift the right knee. Option to open up the wings. Okay, and half or full binds even are welcome here as well. A few breaths. Whole body awareness. Everything working together. Lift, lift, lift of the chest. Okay, if you're in any kind of binds, with control once again, slowly coming out of those. Hands are back at heart center in the twist. Right knee comes down if it's lifted. Squeeze the legs, ground the left foot. Inhale, release the twist, hands to sky. Exhale, hands come down to the mat, frame your left foot. Pick up the right knee, shorten the stance, breath in, pyramid pose. Exhale, left leg long and take a fold. Settling in for a breath. And you can find a block now with your right hand. Popping the block to the inside of your left foot. Okay, and bringing your left hand up towards your left hip. Start to wrap the left hip back. Keep a softness to the knee. Like a halfway lift, bum back, crown of head and heart forwards. Inhale. Pulling your belly in, rotate to the left. Exhale, an option there. Okay, to take the left hand up towards the sky. You can shift your right hand with the block a little bit further to the right or a little bit further to the left. Okay, working with the body. Again, option to lift the back heel as well. Stay with it, breathe. Revolve pyramid pose. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. And release. Left hand comes down. Smooth breath in, looking to the top of the mat and step your feet together to fold. You can have a moment just to release a little sway side to side, soft knees. Okay, feet back to hip width distance apart. Hands to the shins. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale to fold forwards. Bend the knees, sit down to chair pose. Hands sweep forward or up. Steady your gaze, hands to heart center. Weight to the right foot. Inhale, your left knee floats up into your chest. Okay, holding here. Locking in your gaze, focusing on something unmoving. Right hand crosses to the outside of your left thigh. You can wrap your fingers around and start to gently push those two body parts together. Left hand up towards the ceiling. Okay, maybe you stay here. Okay, otherwise, breath in. Left hand reaches back, heart twist to the left, exhale. You can play with your balance by taking your gaze back towards your left thumb. And if you want to keep playing here, right hand slides down the outer edge of your left calf, looking for the outer blade of your left foot. Okay, again, perhaps looking forwards as you come into the extended variation so that you can work with stability. Okay, gaze is the last thing that will move. Revolved, extended hand to big toe pose. Want to keep the integrity as we grow tall, tall, tall. Again, everything's working together always. Big shape, breath in, breath out. Inhale, exhale. Knee comes into your chest. Can you stay with it? Hands reach to the sky. Breath in, feet together, hands to heart. Exhale. Inhale, sweep the hands up towards the ceiling straight away. And exhale to fold forward, soft knees on the way down. Lift halfway with a breath in and step back to plank pose. Exhale one foot and then the other, with or without your knees on the mat. Shoulder heads forward, breath in. Chaturanga, halfway or the belly, exhale. Back bend of choice, up dog, cobra, breath in. Downward facing dog, exhale. Hold, breath in. Out the mouth, exhale. Child's pose. Knees come down, big toes together. Sink your hips to your heels and rest your forehead to the mat. Okay, 3 to 5 steady breaths. Try and slow it down. You notice if the heart is beating really fast, the breath might feel a little shaky. Working with long and smooth breaths, okay, to help calm the body. Okay, where you are, find a breath in and an exhale. Rise and roll up through all fours. Tuck your toes and send the hips high to downward facing dog, preparing for a pigeon pose. Take the right leg up, inhale, and slowly draw the knee forward. Land the knee behind the right wrist and your foot and ankle over to the left-hand side of your mat. Your shin can be on any angle. You can use a block or a blanket or a piece of clothing to support your right hip if it feels really lifted and like it would benefit from some support. Walk your left toes back. Take an inhale, lift up the chest. And exhale to come down nice and slow. You might start on your forearms. You could use blocks underneath your forearms as well. Some of you will come all the way down. You can rest your head on your hands. Or you could even rest your head to the earth. Take your arms long beside you, out to the sides. Okay, whilst you're here, just choosing something that feels comfortable so you can enjoy some space through your legs. We've worked really hard in this class. Okay, the focus here is on slowing and on soothing body and breath. We'll be here for about 5 to 6 breaths, depending on your breath cycle. Relaxing, okay, through legs, through hips, through belly, through shoulders. Just notice if you're squeezing your jaw or your fists. Really changing the pace of your practice now. A little bit less effort here. When you're ready, final breath. Okay, palms can come back to the mat. Nice and slow, lifting up through your spine. And we'll make our way back into downward facing dog. You can either sit onto your right hip, bring your left knee forward, and then find your way to down dog from there. Or you can tuck the left toes and simply slide the right leg out from underneath you. Any little counter movements, a quick wiggle of your hips. And then we'll take our left leg up. Take a breath in. Knee drives forward, land it behind your wrist and your hand. So you place your foot and ankle onto the right hand side. Support your left hip as you need. Walk the right toes back. Take a breath in. And start to come forward and down to any depth, pigeon pose. You might have a different experience on this side, so no expectation. Okay, just work with where you are. Now 5 or 6 breaths. When you're ready, okay, last breath. And we'll meet again in a downward facing dog, however you would like to get there. Okay, tucking right toes, taking left leg out, or taking a seat onto your left hip first. A little bit of counter movement there if you feel like it, rocking the hips, and then we'll place our knees down onto the mat. Sit off to one side and sweep your legs out in front of you. Okay, and we'll make our way down onto the back of the body. Plant your feet, reach your arms forward, sit up tall, find a breath in, and curl your spine all the way to the mat, land lightly. Exhale, hug the knees in, a little bit of free movement. Okay, you can draw circles, take a little rock. And we'll come into happy baby. Okay, hands down the inner line of the legs, grab the outer blades of your feet, shine the soles of your feet to the sky, pull the knees down nice and wide. You can rock your baby side to side. If the feet are feeling a little bit far away, just bring your hands underneath or behind your knees, and you can rock from there as well. Okay, you're welcome to have a little play extending one leg at a time. So you might draw your right heel towards your pelvis, take your left leg out to the side. Okay, and then onto the other side. Stretching out there through the inner line of your leg might feel nice. An inversion of your choice. You can stay in happy baby. You could send your feet straight up towards the sky for Viparita Karani, and you can pop a block underneath your pelvis. If you'd like to lift up into a shoulder stand or any other inversion, of course, you're welcome. If you're at home and you're near a wall, you could take your body to the wall and pop your legs up the wall for a supported Viparita Karani. Got around 10 to 15 breaths. Okay, so find a place again where you can remain comfortably for that amount of time. You can soften the eye gaze if that's appropriate. Okay, not of course if you're in a inversion like headstand, shoulder stand, pincha. Okay, in those more gentle inversions, happy baby, Viparita Karani. Okay, you can soften your eye gaze down. If you still feel like your breath is rapid, you can count your breath. So 4 counts in and 5 counts out, or 3 counts in and 4 counts out. See if you can extend the exhale just that little bit longer than the inhale. Okay, promoting a state of rest within the body. It doesn't happen like snap of the fingers, but focusing our awareness onto the breath. Okay, we can start that process as we move towards our final resting pose. About 5 more breaths. Deep breath in, a long exhale. If you've taken an inversion that requires a counter pose, you can head there now, child's pose or halasana, with control, listen carefully, and we'll start to find our way toward our final rest. If there are any final movements that you're craving, of course, you can go there. You can take up as much space as you like, and if you are at home and you have blankets, pillows, eye pillows, okay, get everything that you need. Get really, really comfortable. You can close down the eyes once you've found your way into corpse pose. Arms beside you, palms facing up towards the sky. Letting go of all conscious forms of breath. Take a deep breath in through your nose, just last one all together. And an effortless sigh. The breath slips away, body is heavy and soft. No expression on the face. Shavasana. Reawakening through your awareness. And just noticing your breath and noticing the sounds that are around your body, whether they be inside or outside. And as you begin to externalize, you can welcome in some longer breaths here and even a little sigh or a yawn. If you are at home and you have the time, of course, you're welcome to stay in your Shavasana as long as you like. Otherwise, starting to move, little wiggles, have a stretch. Roll off to your preferred side, and then you can come up and find a comfortable seated position. Close down your eyes once you've found your way up. Bring your palms to meet at Anjali Mudra in front of the heart. Drop the shoulders, lift the back of the head, relax the face. Find a breath in and a gentle sigh. Bowing humbly, head to heart. Thank you for practicing with me today. Hope you have a wonderful day or evening wherever you are. And I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.